Hello everyone, welcome to another session with online biology tutorials. We have already discussed mutations in the previous video. We will be talking about the remaining part of the mutations in this video. Now, basing upon the methods, mutation can be of again two types. Remember earlier in the previous video, we bifurcated the mutations basing upon their origin. Now we are segregating them basing upon their method. So when you are doing the categorization, you must know on which ground we have done the categorization. Okay, so here we are categorizing basing upon the methods. So the first type is substitution mutation. Substitution is a very common word which is being used at school quite frequently. Suppose I am on leave on a particular day at my school, and that day some another teacher will be given all my periods. Okay, so someone has to substitute me. Similarly, if genetic information is there and some base is being substituted by another, then this is known as substitution mutation. The effects of substitution mutation could be different. We will be talking about it. But remember, whatever mutations we are going to talk about, these are point mutations. Point mutations will be the one in which change in one of the nucleotide it is going to happen. Okay. So substitution is a type of point mutation because change in one base it's going to happen. Now, suppose we have a genetic information and this is the sequence of information which is there in messenger RNA. Okay, it is UUU and then we have UAC and UUC. Okay, this is the genetic information we already have at our end. Now you know that to read the information we are required to make triplets because information occurs in triplet and each triplet is known as a codon. Okay, so information exists in the codon form. So if you have recollected or if you have learned, UUU always codes for phenylalanine. Just go and watch out video on genetic code as well, because there I have told you how to interpret these codons. So UUU codes for phenylalanine, UAC codes for tyrosine, right, and UUC again codes for phenylalanine. So this is the sequence given to us. Now let's talk about this base. This is cytosine and this is an example of pyrimidine, right? Now if this pyrimidine will be substituted by pyrimidine, right, there are two possibilities. It can either change with pyrimidine or it can change with purine, right? So if a pyrimidine is changed by a pyrimidine, if it is substituted by a pyrimidine, then it is known as transition. Okay, transition. Otherwise, if the pyrimidine is substituted by a purine, then it is known as transversion. We will see how it happens, right? So let's talk about the initial sequences will remain same. So this will be remaining UUU, and let's see first UAU is formed. That means what have I done here? Please write in the comment box. If I have used U here, what have I done? Transition or transversion? Remember how to find it? Uracil is an example of what? Pyrimidine. So initially C was also a pyrimidine. U is also a pyrimidine. So what have I done? We have done transition. Okay. Now we will see what is the impact of it. So here again we will collect the information like this. It will code for phenylalanine. UAU, luckily it will code for tyrosine only, and UUC will code for phenylalanine. See, there is no change in the amino acid sequence. It is just the same. Okay, so in this sequence there is no change that has happened, right? So if by mutation the sequence of the amino acid remains same, right? So it becomes the example of silent mutation as well. So silent mutation is a type of substitution mutation. You can see that we have done transition here. C has been substituted by uracil. Both are the examples of pyrimidine, and this has not affected our sequence, our amino acid sequence in a polypeptide. So such type of mutations are also known as silent mutations because they are not affecting the amino acid sequence in a polypeptide. Let's see. In the same example, we will see, suppose this C base, I am taking it again, and in place of it, I would be writing the sequence as U, A, G, U, U, C. Okay, so here you can see that I have changed C to G. Now C is pyrimidine and G is purine. That means we have done this. Okay, so in this process we have done transversion because pyrimidine has been substituted by a purine. Okay, now we will see what will be the code for the amino acid. So again we will be making the triplets. U again will code for phenylalanine. Remember here UAG has come, cross, 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 and this means what? Halt in the termination process. That means the amino acids, there are no amino acids which code for this codon UAG. That means premature termination of the polypeptide has happened. Okay, so such type of mutations where a change in a single base will terminate the polypeptide synthesis, this type of mutation is known as nonsense mutations. So we have seen transition and transversion. Other than that, we have also seen that what would be their impact. So we have seen that nonsense mutations, they can also happen if premature termination is going to be there. Okay, so we have understood transition, transversion, and along with that we have seen silent mutations and nonsense mutations. Let's take one more example and then we will see what is missense mutation. So let's take a base sequence here, the same base sequence, okay? And it is UUC. Here suppose we are taking this base, okay? Uracil is again the example of the pyrimidine, right? Now suppose this base changes and we write a new sequence UUA, UAC, UUU. Okay. Now here I have changed U to A. So U was pyrimidine and A is purine. So what have I done here? Because pyrimidine has been replaced by purine. So again this is an example of transversion. Okay. Now we will see how it will impact the amino acid. See here, first of all we will again make the triplets. Here the first amino acid, here in the case it was phenylalanine, then it was tyrosine, then it was phenylalanine again. But here UUA codes for leucine, right? You can see that the first amino acid has been changed. Earlier it was phenylalanine, now it is leucine, right? So such type of mutations where amino acids are being changed, they are known as missense mutations. In the board examination, past to past year, they have asked a question on it. Differentiate between missense, nonsense, and silent mutations. Remember, whenever you are giving the examples in the form of bases, just be assured. Practice once, because without giving the examples, you will not be able to get the full marks. Okay, I hope this has been understood. So we will move towards the frame shift mutations. Okay, so our next part is frame shift mutations. Sometimes a 2-marker question can also come on the frame shift mutations. Now again, let's take the same sequence: U, 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 A, C, U, U, C. Okay, now this sequence is coding for 3 amino acids. First is phenylalanine, then tyrosine, and then again phenylalanine. Okay, now suppose a new base comes. Okay, the new base comes and it inhabits here, and suppose this is the base A. Okay, now what will happen? As the insertion of A has to happen, then what will be there? This sequence will become UU and A will come in between, and U, U, A, C, U, U, and C. Can you see how it has affected? This has totally affected, because earlier it was UUU, now it is UUA. It is UUA again, because this will be, because A will come with UUA and this will come together, then this will come together, and that's what I have written like. Okay, so you can see here that now UUA is the codon for leucine. UUA again leucine. CUU is again leucine, and this isolated one, it will not be translated, because translation always happens when a codon is involved. Here one codon is there, so it will not be translated here. If another sequence is following it, then it will be done. Okay, otherwise here we will not talk about this part, because this single C will not be translated. So you can see how it is impacting. Earlier it was phenylalanine, now it's leucine. Second amino acid was tyrosine, now it's leucine. Third amino acid was phenylalanine, and that is leucine. So all together the sequence of amino acids has been changed, right? So frame shift mutations can happen if there would be some insertion of the base, and insertion of the base we have already seen that one base has come from outside, and see how it has impacted, right? So here this example can also come under missense mutations, because this has affected the amino acid sequence from then and now. Remember, frame shift mutation can happen due to insertion. It can also happen due to deletion of a particular nucleotide or base as well. So again, if I am taking the same sequence, it is UUU and it is UAC and UUC. Okay, so suppose this base has been removed somehow. Now, what would be the sequence of the amino acids? First of all, we will be making the codon. So it will be UUU, then ACU, and we will not talk about it because this is not in the triplet form, right? So these are the codons. Earlier, they were phenylalanine, it was tyrosine, and then it was again phenylalanine. Now, the first amino acid will remain phenylalanine, but ACU will code for threonine. See here, earlier the peptide had 3 amino acids, but now only 2 are there. Okay, one has been removed altogether, and tyrosine has been changed to threonine, right? So again, this can come into the example of missense mutation because amino acid sequence is changed, right? So frameshift mutations are also important. Remember, while explaining frameshift mutations, you will give that in frameshift mutations, insertion or deletion of a particular base will happen. So again, it is an example of point mutations. I hope this is very much clear to you. This is important, so do practice it many times until you are not assured about it. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do it. I will bring interesting videos like this. In next video, we will study the molecular biology of the sickle cell anemia. So stay tuned and thank you.